Hey everyone, welcome to episode 329, Message to My Grad. Welcome to the Harmony in the Home podcast. I'm your host, Kelly Hutchison. I'm a counselor, a life coach, and most importantly, an imperfect mom doing this work right along with you. And my goal on our podcast is to go from chaos to calm, feel less frazzled, and have more fun within your four walls to have more harmony in your home. Hey everyone, I told you senior year is kicking my booty. Not that I'm a senior, but Lily is a senior, and it is about all the feelings. There's so much that reminds you that, like, I don't want to say impending doom, but you're like bracing for impact, because we have been counting down our Saturdays, 940 Saturdays from the time, you have 940 Saturdays from the time you're born to the time that they're grown and flown. I have always appreciated that number because it helped me to, when they were younger, stay present, remember that this is very fleeting. This is 20% of our life. This is, it all happens so fast. You're going to miss this, all that stuff, even during like the messy waters. And we were also told we had a 3% chance of having kids. So even during the messy moments and the hard moments, I'm like, I would prefer this over infertility any day, all day, every day. So for me, it helped me keep in perspective that how fleeting all this is and how lucky we are just to even be in this place where we have two miracle children, where all children are miracles. But some people, it really stresses them out and it makes them stress. So if it helps you, then use it. If not, then don't. But I've actually had a countdown app in my phone, like when you're counting down to something like a wedding or a concert or something really big. I've been doing that for 940 Saturdays. So we are now in the double digits. I haven't even looked, but she's applying to summer sessions because she has a better chance of getting into the college she wants to get into. So we're looking at like probably even less than that, because I assumed she'd be leaving in August for the fall, but I didn't realize like you have a better chance of getting in when you apply for summer A or summer B. So yeah, that could be happening sooner than later. So it's just a bunch of bracing for impact, and so happy and so sad at the same time. It's very bittersweet because she's so ready to fly, and there's just nothing better than knowing that she's ready to fly, and we can literally just be there to support her. And I kind of said this in the message that I'm going to let you listen to, but like when she was little, like for the first 5 years, she wanted to crawl back on my womb. I used to always joke about that because she was mega attached, mega scared of her own shadow, very anxious in like social settings and group settings. And then I just saw, the more I became a conscious parent and just allow her to be scared and help her feel her feelings and do all the things, I saw the wings on her flying, and she was stepping out of her comfort zone more. And just, it's been a beautiful process to watch her form her wings and kind of get out of her way to let her form her own wings. Because I feel like when I was unconscious, I was doing the exact opposite. I was actually clipping her wings because I was so afraid of messing this up. So when she would have a big reaction to something, I would have a bigger reaction. And I was parenting from so much fear that's ironically where I was messing it up, because I was so worried about messing it up. Does that make sense? It's kind of like if you've ever played golf or soccer or sports, like the more you're in your flow, the less mistakes you're going to make. Like when I was playing soccer around the clock, if I took like a couple days off and then I went back on the soccer field, I played so much better because I was just like, oh, I missed this. And I was in my flow. I wasn't in my head. I was just all in my heart space. So I try to, remind parents about that, to be in your flow and not parent from a fear-based place, because that's where you're going to just play this game of parenting so much freer and it feels so much lighter. You don't have such a strong hold over it. So all that to say, before I play the message, I still want to talk to you about letter writing because I'm still doing it. I still love it. I don't talk about it as much on social media because I don't know, I've been really burnt out of social media. So I really like the podcast and I like emailing with everybody because it doesn't feel so, I don't know. I feel like when I go on social media, everything's just so heavy and people are fighting and it's just dark and light and all the arguing, and you're just scrolling and all of a sudden, bam, you get hit by something that you're just like, oh, I don't want to see that right now. It's just, so I've been sharing it more on the podcast and just on email, and I am obsessed with it. It's very therapeutic. One of my favorite parts is that there's no quotas, no sales. It's all offline, meaning all of social media. You do have to have a computer or access to the internet because you have to, what's called pulling codes, and you have to pull a code every 5 to 10 minutes, depending on who you're writing to. And that code is unique to your account, so they know who to give the money to. So for every letter you write, you make an average of $3 to $5, I would say. And then they teach you how, in the training, how to convert those. They pay you in credits, I would say, to your account, and then they teach you how to turn those credits into money that actually goes into your bank. There's no gambling whatsoever. I'm not anti-gambling, like I judge people who gamble, but I'm just not a gambler, and I'm very protective and possessive over my money. Anyway, I'm loving it as a side gig. I'm a side gig fanatic, so this is probably one of my favorite side gigs I've ever done, and I've done probably 15 to 20 of them. I'm not even lying. I'm not even joking. So if you're interested, send me an email or click the link in the email that I send every Wednesday, or shoot me an email on Facebook or Instagram, or send smoke signals. And I will hook you up with the training that I did. I'm not able to train people, but the training that I did was so good and so comprehensive and so thorough that I recommend that so much to other people. And then as you're going through the training, as you have questions, I can help you along the way. And I can help you figure out who to write to based on what your goals are. Okay, so Lily had senior night, which is for volleyball. It's pretty much the culmination and the end of her volleyball career because she has no interest in playing in college, and she's loved playing in travel, and she's loved playing in high school. And when she gets to college, she'll probably play like intramurals or club or something like that, but not play at the level of D1, D2, D3. So this was the final hurrah, so to speak. And we went all out. And so I made a video of behind the scenes of like what I went through during senior night, because she wanted everything to be a surprise, but she hates surprises. And so she was stressing that her table was going to be lame. She kept saying, I don't want my table to be lame, because we decorate the gym and then each player has a table. And my sister helped me so much. I had all the puzzle pieces and then she put the puzzle together. And I was doing all the behind the scenes of like, okay, now we're moving this and this is what's going on. I know you like to be surprised. And here we are in the gym and here we are setting up your table and here's all the stuff we have. And it's like kind of just behind the scenes. And then it was raining. I'm running through the rain. I'm like, we planned for everything, but not for rain, as I'm unloading the car with 25 boxes. And so at the end, I did a final message to her. And I was just expecting to say like, we're so proud of you. We love you. And I hope you enjoyed senior night. I expected to say that. And all of a sudden I went on this long, kept going, almost like a mini TED talk to her about how I really hope that the last 17 to 18 years, she has learned that she's very an accomplished child. She's all the things you want on paper, so to speak. And I wanted her to know that all of that stuff on paper that she's accomplished, it means so much, but it means nothing towards her value and her worthiness. And my voice is kind of cracking during it, but I pretty much use the wing analogy, and I legit love the way that it ended when I was talking. I won't spoil the ending, but I'll just say this. The way that I ended it, it was something that did not come from me. I don't know where it came from, because all of a sudden I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that just came out of my mouth. Because when I say what I'm about to say at the end was in reference to the song that I danced to with my dad on my wedding day in 2001. So it was a very full circle moment. I did not plan it. I think my dad sent it to me. God sent it to me. I don't know where it came from, but it was a beautiful culmination of everything that we've been through, using volleyball as a metaphor for life. And I think sports or band or any type of hobbies or extracurricular things that your kids do, it's a lot of work and it's a lot of effort and it's a lot of time and it's a lot of money. I think it's so worth all of it, because being on the other side of it, I've seen how much it's helped her grow her character and who she is as a person. And I talk about that in what I'm about to share with you. And at the end, it's like chef's kiss of tying it back together, my wedding song, which I didn't plan to do. So listen in and let me know what you think. So we did it. It was amazing. Last night was chef's kiss. And I just want to round up this vlog, now that I'm an official vlogger, of how proud Dad and I and everybody are of you. Oh, I don't want to get emotional. And last night was a culmination of so many memories and so much grit and heartbreak and heart swelling of happiness, because there's been so many wins and losses. But I think I've always said, like, you think you're just playing volleyball, but there's so much more behind volleyball. Oof. And it's teaching you life lessons about grit, not giving up, getting along with teammates, listening to your coaches, agreeing with, what's going on with everything within the team dynamics. And that teamwork and that grit and that hustle and that behind the scenes stuff that you do when you're tired and you keep going are the skills that you're going to bring with you for the rest of your life. Because like we always say, wherever you go, there you are. And because of your heart, because of your character, because of how beautiful your spirit is, that is going to carry with you no matter where you go. So it doesn't matter where you go to college, if you go to college, what your major is, if you graduate, if you don't graduate from college, all of that doesn't matter, because wherever you go, there you are. And so I just want you to remember that, because
You are so much more than your grades, than where you go to school, your SAT scores. You are so much more than that. You're so much bigger, and your spirit is so much greater than that. So I don't want you to ever funnel and put that into a small box of this is your worthiness and this is your value, because you're so much bigger and greater than that. And I hope you've learned that through volleyball and through school and through Dad and I and Grady and all your family being there at all those games, that we don't care if you win or lose. We don't care if you play or don't play or sit the bench or don't sit the bench. None of that matters, because just your goodness is all that matters to us, and you already have that, so you don't have to go out seeking for it. So it's kind of like going to Christmas morning looking for the presents when the presents are underneath the tree. Your goodness, your worthiness, and your value is already there. And life sometimes teaches the people, not just you, that it's outside of you, and you have to go seek it, and you have to go find it, and you have to look outside of you for that. And it's happening right now, through school and academics, but when you become a grown-up, it will happen through your job, where you live, how many kids you have, your spouse, your income, all of that outside of you. Society will try to teach you that that is your worthiness, your value. And I just hope that you have learned through these 18 years, almost 18 years of being in our four walls, that you are so much bigger and brighter than that. So I love you. I hope last night was everything you dreamed of and more. It sounds like it was. I know it was for my POV. It was a magical night. I love seeing you just shine, and I love seeing your wings just develop, because we've just seen your wings grow and grow and grow, and now we all just want to be the one beneath your wings. So I love you, and I'm so proud of you for who you are, and nothing that you've accomplished. It's just for who you are. I love you, and I can't wait to see what the next era brings. Love you.
Okay, so how about that? My voice was cracking the whole time. I actually had to I wanted to pause and read, but I don't know how to edit movies and put them together. So I was like, Kelly, you just got to keep going. So it was hard to get through, but I just wanted to share this because this is something that I have been practically brainwashing them over and over and over, to a point of, when you feel like you're just repeating yourself over and over and over. I feel like I've repeated this over and over and over, because even if we're always approving, they go into their adult life wanting that approval all the time. So I wanted them to know that, no matter what you do or don't do, the love is not a light switch. It's not a dimmer switch. There's no on or off. And I'm trying to teach her about unconditional love through the way that we have parented. And I'm sharing it with all of you, because when the kids know that they're loved unconditionally, they don't put so much pressure on themselves to act and be and do certain things, because they think that if they don't do that thing, then the light switch goes off. So it's not all or nothing. And just like I said, when you're playing sports and you're in your flow and you're in the zone, so to speak, when kids feel love unconditional and they don't feel like they're going to be yelled at or screamed at or ridiculed or judged, then it allows them to get into their flow and their zone, so to speak, in their life and all that they do. And it takes the pressure off their shoulders. Because I've always told the kids, I want home to be an oasis, because outside of these four walls, there is a lot of stress, there's a lot of chaos, there's a lot of tension, there's a lot of, just a lot that you have to manage. So I want home to always be an oasis. So the only way that we can create that is it's the way that we treat each other, the way we talk to each other. And Dad and I've always told them this, try to model exactly what we expect. So then it's always monkey see, monkey do, versus no, you need to do this thing, even though Mom and Dad aren't doing it, or whoever they live with. So let me know what you think about my vulnerable TED Talk to Lily in the car. But it's not just to Lily, it's to all kids. I try to send this message to my own students when I had them, and obviously to Grady too. And I just want to encourage you to make sure that your kids know that. And it's not sit them down and talk to them and make them a video. It's in your day-to-day actions that they feel that, in your day-to-day messaging, in your day-to-day talks, and your letters that you write to them, or your little notes that you put on their folders. Instead of saying good luck on the test, I love you no matter what happens on the test. You're more than your grades. You're so much bigger and brighter and beautiful than your grades or your SAT scores or where you get into school, or if you made the team or didn't make the team, or if you start or you don't start. When they know that, then they allow themselves to get in their flow a little bit stronger. Their wings get a little bit stronger, and they live their life in the zone, so to speak. So let me know what you think. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye. Hey mamas, thanks for listening. If you had any ahas, clicks, or those lightning bolt moments while listening, you have to check out my free parenting bootcamp, where we take all of this to the next level and we try to create even more awakenings for ourselves so that we can connect more with our kids and never yell at them again. You can sign up at www.coachingkelly.com And if you really want to fill up my love cup, send me an email of what your aha was, what your click was, what was that lightning bolt moment while you were listening. I want nothing more in life than for you to have harmony in your home and to learn how to be an imperfect mom like me, which allows your kids to be imperfect too, each and every day. Thanks for listening.